It was hard out there. I run some really fast times and done well in a lot of stuff in my career. But I still hadn't done anything at the NCAA level, so I think a lot of people would have had me, up in third or fourth, and I think I could have been up there too, especially with how this race went. It was right there. But my main goal was I needed to score some points for the team and finally do something at this level. And so I'm actually really happy with it. I didn't feel good out there today, and maybe last year or a few months ago, with how I felt, I would have faded to 15th or whatever. But felt pretty bad, but just had to keep doing something. And I just kept doing something. And by the end, I was about 4 or 5 seconds out of second, which I never would have expected with how I was feeling. Happy to get 6. Now I've done something at this level, and can move on and maybe go for bigger things in the next meets. Now that I've finally done something. So.
You're not feeling well even kind of coming in, or was it just kind of the weather today? Or?
No, I felt really good coming in. I felt terrible in Texas for a lot of reasons, and then I really got focused on doing everything I could to get prepared for this race, and I felt great. Between my coach and the trainers, everything, I felt really good coming in. Everything's been clicking. Maybe a lot of it was how the race was run, with the far looking, because I think a lot of people didn't feel very good. But my stomach was just bothering me. I don't know why. I always have something, so that's just how it is. I always have something. Sometimes I feel great, and that's when I run those fast times. But it's really hard to get everything on all cylinders. But I felt good in a lot of places today. Just the stomach was bothering me, but besides that, I felt really good.
Was the warm weather a factor in this race? Big factor?
It's kind of nice because it's shaded out there and it was pretty windy. I don't know. I mean, we just came from Texas, so no. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't a death march.
It's get a drink also, right?
Right. And just like, I'm sure it was. I mean, it wasn't great, but I think the biggest factor, it's hard to tell. You felt bad out there, but I think it was more the way Lolly and those guys were running. I just can't believe, I felt pretty bad and just covered moves. And I look up, and all of a sudden, like I said, I could get second if I felt really good. It was like unbelievable for how I felt and stuff. So I don't think that's weather. I think that was Lolly being really smart and trying to get this double out of the way. You see a lot of Kenyans, I think, do that on the world stage too, and it's just really, you wouldn't feel good. You hear 73. I just wish that guy would have not said anything the whole race, because you'd feel terrible. Like, okay, but at least we're probably running fast, and you hear like a 72 or 73. You're like, oh god. So it was hard.
You guys go through 5K in about 15:07 to 15:10. Were you just waiting for someone to make a move or what?
Yeah. It's just really hard. When it was that pace, you learn from watching guys like Mo Farah and other stuff. You'll see me go around sometimes and move up, but I try not to do that as much anymore, because when there's this many good guys in a race, even if somebody makes a really drastic move, all those guys want to cover it too. So unless it's getting really late, you just kind of stay in there, relax on the rail, if you're not getting tripped up. Because, all those guys in front of you, they're going to try to cover that too, and usually they'll do it for you. If you tried to cover every single race in a 10K, that's when you see the guys just fall apart the last mile and a half, because not even physically, just mentally, they've been working too hard. So
You have the 5K in a couple of days. What do you want to try to come back and do in that?
I wish. Actually, not really. I don't really feel like running. I didn't make it out of Texas for the 5K,
okay.
so I'll be here cheering and stuff like that. But so just gonna have a good time here. It's really fun being at Hayward. I think that was a big thing to help me make sure to get 6th place. Being here, just a lot of people I know really enjoy watching me run here, and it's Oregon, we're a distance school, and it's not really acceptable. I personally don't feel guilty, but I'm disappointed that we don't have anybody in the 5K, and so I feel a little responsible for that. So my point being, it's unacceptable to not have us score in the 10K at the University of Oregon. So just really happy to be able to just get some points there.
What's the mindset